What's up, everyone? Good morning, good morning. Happy Wednesday. Hopefully, everyone's having such a beautiful Wednesday today. I am super excited to jump on live today because actually staying at home and through this whole Corona thing has been fun, but it has given me a lot of opportunity to think about different pieces of content I wanted to make, especially ones that relate particularly to this hyper niche situation that we're in. Like many of you guys can probably tell, I have not gone through something like this, much like many other people have not gone through something like this in the past. But I'm a huge student of history, and frankly, I've been excited about a time when things get shaken up. Sadly, I didn't think life would get shaken up as it is today, but it has given me an opportunity, as well as many of you, an opportunity to really reach out of our comfort zones and do the pivot. Because much like on my post yesterday and throughout the last couple of days, I've been talking about, frankly, you've probably already had to consider moving your marketing budgets, trying new content. You've probably already had those seedlings of ideas, yet this is the time to actually execute. One of the best things that are happening right now in this world of confusion is the fact that more people are online, and frankly, more online than actual. They're spending more time online. I've seen numbers both on social and web-based content doing exceptionally well, and it's partly because people are back. And again, just because the whole Corona thing's going on, people are still searching for entertainment, and you can only watch so much Netflix or Hulu before you start getting bored, jumping online, jumping on social media, which has really become one of our defaults in society, right? So that's a whole different argument we can make based on that. But the whole point of this live is to talk to you through the pivots that we're actually doing here at Boundless Media to address this specifically, and how you can basically adapt to this growing situation. What is up, Becca? How are you? How are you? Hopefully everything's going good in the how's the UK. Hopefully everything is still going well. I really hope that the next 15, 30 days, this whole thing really, boils down to a simmer rather than what it is today. But anyway, like I'm saying, there's a huge opportunity for you and I to really tap into pivoting our marketing and just adjusting our plans to what's actually going on. So what we're doing at Boundless Media, we're focusing a lot more on tips and education because frankly, the audience I have, especially with the small business owners, solopreneurs, freelancers, all that, I feel like the audience is there. So I'm spending a little less time entertaining them. And so I'll back up completely. I think honestly, at this point, you should do 30, 30, 30 if you're, or 33% to make sure it's 99.999. But anyway, 1/3 of your time should be spent on entertaining the audience, right? Getting them into your funnel, getting people excited about you, getting the word out of what you do, how you do it, all that fun stuff. Entertaining. We want to entertain in order to get attention. The next thing is we want to educate, and that's where actually me and the Boundless team have decided we're going to spend a little bit more time, because especially now that people are reevaluating their marketing budgets, their marketing spend, ad dollars, plans, platforms, all the things that go into a good marketing strategy. As this is happening, frankly, a lot of people are seeing inefficiencies. They're seeing wasted ad spend or labor spend. So what we're actually going into is talking about, okay, basically what this life is like, educating about how you can minimize the cost for marketing, how you can maximize the return, how to use little tips and tricks to actually get more conversations in the time when you can't really meet face to face with most people, right? So that's where we're spending a lot of time. For you and your business, depending on the industry and the offering and solution that you have, there are different strategies that you can go about doing that. But everything, in my opinion, as long as it's adding value to people, unless it's like events or food, in a sense like that, you can't talk about education about the solution. So your audience is a problem. What's the solution that you offer, and how does it help people, especially contextualized to today, right? So we're spending a lot of time educating our audiences on, the cost saving benefit, the more efficiency, the more bang for their buck, because we're really leaning into it. I predict, and it's very high out there prediction, but a lot of people are spending money on traditional, especially billboards in this case, are going to see less of ROI, right? Newspapers, maybe not, because people still read the newspapers, and maybe they get eye strain from staring at their computers. They might read a little bit more on their newspapers. But generally, there is going to be more attention spent on creating content here, which means it's going to get more competitive. But we have a little bit. And again, I say that now, but something can really, really, exponentially change tomorrow. That changes my mind with it. But as it stands today, people are spending more time on social media. It's LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Medium, Quora, uh, TikTok, all these platforms. People are spending more time there. So, basically how this relates to you today is, yes, you got to entertain, but you have to start educating and really leaning into both the video, both the text, both the articles, both the short form videos, long form. You have to start experimenting, because this is the time where a new set of rules are going to start emerging. Everything, and I hate saying this and being that guy on social, but everything that we've really known up to this point has, in a sense, the rules have changed, and the whole situation has changed. Basically, the economic situation is not as bountiful as it was 4 or 5 months ago. It's frankly, as most people have considered, a bear market. So we're going to see a lot less money being spent on certain products and industries. That's going to affect all of us. As you guys have probably seen, as Becca just mentioned, the store shelves are empty, and people are stocking up for everything, right? So there's this fear mentality. So when you're fearful, you kind of hoard everything. You don't spend a lot of money on outside things, and again, that generally impacts the economic situation as a whole. So where am I going with this? Basically, we have to start getting more creative with the marketing we put out there. We have to talk about the solutions that we offer and how they actually can be contextualized to today, because it's going to get hyper competitive now, especially with the overall money for so I'll put this in context. For my business, for marketing, I have to stay competitive. I have to keep my prices at a reasonable price. I can't upcharge the crazy fees of other people, because there's less money for ad spend for creating content in the ecosystem. So it's going to get more hyper competitive, and when it gets hyper competitive, people slash their prices, and it's a kind of a price war to the bottom. So how does this work for you? You have to keep showcasing your unique attributes, your unique solution, what makes you different, why people should go with you, the customers you've had. You have to start illustrating the fact that you are one of the best solutions. And when people need, when they need pencils, or when they need financial support, whatever that is, that they think about your brand. This is the time where you want to hyper focalize on branding yourself, your offering, your business. Even if you don't own the business, maybe your side hustle, you want to emphasize on branding, especially today, because number one, more people are in the system, and two, the demand for ads hasn't reached that pivotal point where most people are throwing their money in. There's still going to be a couple months of people still shifting around budgets, making sure things work. And really looking into the numbers, because right now it's only been a couple weeks where the economic situation has been as it is. People might start thinking about, okay, where's our money going? Where's our ad spend? Where can we save money? So we have a couple months, frankly, before this really hits the perceivable fan, in a sense, right? So what we should be focusing on is building a brand, and one of the best ways, I always talk about, is using content on LinkedIn. Now might be the best time if you do a lot of ads on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, because now you can test. Now you should be spending, because you have to make your dollars work like $10 in a sense, because you don't have infinite money. So what I would definitely recommend is using content, especially organic, throw it out there, get user feedback, see what's converting, what's not, and then start putting more strategic dollars behind strategic posts, ones that really do convert, that do get people to click subscribe or buy now or learn more. You want to really be conscious of money, because you want to hold on to it. Because if you hold on to it and you're still making this, so if you cut the money that you invest by 50%, yet you're still getting the same return, you can then take that extra money and now add it either back in to get more than what you were getting, or start reinvesting it into other avenues, maybe more automation for your business, so that saves you more time, that saves you more money. you have it is a whole business conversation, but marketing is such an important way because here's the thing, like many of you know, one of the first things that gets cut is marketing, right? And frankly, this is one of the worst things that you can cut because there's so much attention right now, right? There's so still there on LinkedIn, still less than 1% of businesses and people are posting, so that means there's a huge demand influx. There's, I think, what, like 350 million active users, which means they've signed in last month, and less than 1% of people creating content. So they're still fantastic. But if we cut our marketing spend, we don't actually dedicate the smart way of creating content and putting messaging out there and getting very strategic with where our dollars are, then it's gonna affect you, right? So, Wayne, yes, this is definitely a fear factor taking over the world. Nico, this is crazy. People need to settle down. Well, here's the thing, Wayne. Especially from what I'm seeing right now, is this is, as Becca mentioned above. She's in the UK, and it's hitting everyone. It's just a fear thing. It's completely. It's our instinct of the unknown. Something like the Frozen song, "Into the Unknown." Anyway, basically, this is we can't control others. What we can do is start focusing on how does this affect us and how can we actually make sure that our businesses are still relevant through this whole process, because we have to change, we have to adapt, we have to pivot. That is why I said pivoting and marketing, because we're going to have to get very smart on where we allocate the extra dollars in our system. We have to get smarter about where we invest the time or energy, or how are we actually going to go about acquiring new customers, keeping customers. So tomorrow we're actually going to be talking about customer service, because I think that's exponentially more important than most people think. So stay tuned for tomorrow, because we're talking customer service and how you can use that to actually, I wouldn't say reduce the amount of people leaving, because if honestly someone's business is going under, it doesn't matter how great your solution is. If they don't have money to pay you, then it doesn't matter, right? But with that being said, we're going to talk about customer service tomorrow, how you can use that, especially online, as a way to market, both to get new customers and to keep existing ones. So, Wayne, Becca, let's see who else was here. Edu Biraman, thank you for coming. And then Stephanie, I reached out earlier. Hopefully, we are all having such a beautiful day. And like I said, be safe out there. Stay quarantined. Stay positive, because I know it's a mess. I really, really do know it's a mess out there. But I just want to wish everyone a safe kind of quarantine time. We're going to come out this stronger. We're going to come out this better. We're going to pivot in our marketing, so we're spending less money on marketing and having more impact, or spending less money and having the same impact, which is still ROI positive. But anyway, have a fantastic rest of your day. Enjoy it. I will be here online. So if you guys have any questions or anything comes up, please let me know. Send me a direct message. And honestly, just stay safe out there. Like I said, a lot appreciated. I'll be saying by tomorrow to hear. Yep. Yeah, Wayne, please do. Like I said, I'm doing this probably same time, 7:30 PST. I think that is 2 hours ahead of CST, so 9:30 CST, and then I know 3 hours ahead for EST, so it's 10:30 Eastern Standard Time. Perfect, guys. Thank you so much. I'll reach out to each of you, wishing you a great day, but otherwise, enjoy. I'm here if you guys need anything. Peace.